So now we're going to have a look inside of the fish. You've already seen the fish's mouth open to show us the gills, which are these little lines right here. If you'll note, fishes do not have eyelids, so we can't really tell if they're asleep or not. The brain is right above the eye. It's very, very small. We will not see that inside of our fish today because it's too small to find. But we will be able to see the kidneys, and we'll be able to see our intestines. Now, inside of a fish, there's an extra thing called a swim bladder, which kind of lies behind the kidneys, and they fill with air to rise, to make the fish go up and to make the fish go down. So let's look inside of this fish, and then we'll see how they rise up and down. So here I have a fish that we've opened up the bottom of. I see here what appears to be the heart, and we can see here is the kidney. And this is the food tube. So in the front of it, we have a stomach, which we can't see very well. And then it goes all the way down to their excretory organ, which is where they get rid of the food they eat at. The swim bladder is in there too. Let's see if we can see better on this guy. This guy's kidneys are easier to see. And we can see the heart up there. That's great. There's the heart. And we can see intestines on this one quite well. There we go. There's our intestines right there on the fish. So they have intestines just like we have intestines. It goes into the stomach, and then it goes through the intestines and out of his body after he's used what he needs. Again, their most important organ are their gills. They're kind of like little fans in there. I'm going to try to get you closer. Let's see. I'm going to see the gills. Just the gills. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see them. They are very fanned out. And notice the fish, his eye, he does not have an eyelid. Nothing closes over his eye to show if he's asleep, and his jaw opens here. And it can open quite wide because fish eat other tinier fish. They also eat little fish eggs, and some of them eat plankton and small shrimp. Goes into the fish's mouth. So let's see how that swim bladder works after I wipe off my hands. So I'm going to move these guys away. And we're going to bring this over here. So what I have here is kind of a model of a fish. I'm going to lift it up. So what I have is I have 2 Ziploc baggies. And inside of the first bag, I have a bunch of spoons to weight it down. In the second bag, I have put a tube. You could use a straw, but I've put a tube into the second bag, which is inside the first. And we're going to start with the fish on top of the water. So his swim bladder is full. It's keeping him on top of the water. When he wants to go lower in the water, he lets the air out of his swim bladder to sink so he can get cooler. And then when he wants to rise again, he fills it back up. You might see it better from the top, Stephen. Try up here. So you can see the swim bladder being full. And then we're going to empty the swim bladder and rise him up. Remember, fishes get their oxygen from the water they're in, and they can use that oxygen to fill and empty their swim bladder. And that is the end of fish.